am I supposed to meet someone in this generation? That's exactly how online dating apps drag people in. They use commercials and post ads on social media to help people find their perfect match without even meeting them in person first.
Dating has become more advanced with the use of technology, creating online dating apps. We have found these apps contain pathways for people to catfish, cyberbully, and mentally abuse other users.
And now we're going to show you a YouTube commercial for the dating app Tinder.
Why do tomatoes keep trying to convince us that they're a fruit and not a vegetable? Why?
I know, it's like they know they're not a fruit, so they try extra hard to fit in with other fruits.
Oh, it's embarrassing. Like, I'm actually embarrassed for tomatoes.
They think they can somehow trick us by calling themselves like grape tomato,
Plum tomatoes?
cherry tomato.
Like, who are they kidding? I mean, you're not a fruit. Just be
yourself.
I'll be right back.
I think this is yours.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, and Match.com are just a few of the many dating apps websites offered to users.
The first law in dating apps is relation shopping. When entering a relationship, you want to get to know the person you are planning on meeting before you get together. In the article, College Student Motives for In-Person Meetings with Dating Application Matches, Harrison et al. States, for users, dating apps create a virtual dating marketplace that allows efficiency in relation shopping. These days, people tend to search online for a perfect match because it is easier to find someone that way rather than going out and meeting them in person. The downside of that is that most people are not looking for a long-term relationship. They have the mentality of shopping for their perfect match instead of meeting in person. For users wanting long-term relationships, this shopping and swiping mentality is unknowingly ruining their outlook on love. Another aspect that ruins the outlook on good relationships are physical and mental abuse, as well as various types of illnesses. According to the article, The Most Dangerous States for Online Dating by backgroundchecks.org, it states, sexual assaults linked to online dating platforms have grown sixfold in the last 5 years. Of course, things like sexual abuse can only happen if you meet with this person and they turn out to be dangerous. These concerns only rise as more people are turning to online dating. While physical abuse is a serious issue, the mental well-being of these online daters is being affected greatly and more widespread.
Paraphrased by the article, How Online Dating Affects Mental Health and Behavior by Margaret Seed, participants in a study said they used dating apps in pursuit of validation of their self-worth, many of which said it boosted their self-esteem. Although it may make you feel good, the potential drawbacks are not something you want to risk. Online daters are likely to become more distressed, anxious, or depressed. They even face 3 times the amount of stress compared to non-users. The daters who seek this validation are more vulnerable and sensitive to rejection. This search for validation correlates with emotional distress. This is also why dating apps are a huge gateway for people to prey on young adults. And as you can see up here, we have physical and emotional abuse and illnesses such as anxiety and depression. Another flaw in dating apps includes the safety of young adults, but more commonly the safety of women. Paraphrased by the article, Intimate Intrusions Online, Studying the Normalization of Abuse in Dating Apps by Rosalie Gillette, dating apps have made new forms of abuse possible. There are certain dangers that arise only from dating apps, including GPS tracking and extracting messages and details from other users. Abusers are able to track their victims by GPS even after they have fled from them. Being safe when meeting people on dating apps is especially important not only because of the abuse that can occur, but also because you don't know who could be on the other end of the screen. This comes from the lies and deception that you don't initially see.
And now we're going to show you our commercial that we made going against online dating apps.
Abby, what are you doing inside? It's such a nice day out there. Dude, I But don't worry, it's safe. I thought I'd just get back in the game, if you know what I mean.
Wait, are you talking about the swindler? Did you find anyone yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, whatever.
Emma, I found one!
Did you swipe left or right?
I was just about to swipe right. Why?
Don't you know? You could get kidnapped or something.
What do you mean I'm gonna get kidnapped? This guy looks so nice. It says right here that he's a business owner, has a dog, and he's rich. That's a bonus!
I'm gonna need to have a talk with you. Come down to my office.
Here we go again.
I made a little presentation on why you shouldn't swipe right. First, you can get kidnapped. If you decide to meet up with this person, boom, gone. Catfishing. These people can present themselves as nice, rich, attractive, when in reality, they're sitting in their basement trying to get your money or to kidnap you. They could send you scary messages that you did not ask for. 10% of sex offenders use dating sites, and you have probably encountered one so far. 1 in 10 users of free dating apps are scammers, which means you probably have gotten scammed already. And lastly, you can lose your precious money when they scam you, when you meet up in person and get kidnapped. Because of her catfish. Thank you for listening.
You know what, Emma? You're right. I'm not gonna swipe right. After listening to your amazing presentation, I don't know what I was thinking.
Abby, look at this guy I just found.
What guy? What are you talking about? Where did you meet him?
I found him on Swindler.
So now that you've watched our video, we're going to describe our print ad. So as you saw in the video, I was on the app Swindler, and I was about to swipe right on this man, Bryce Smith, before Emma stopped me. So Bryce Smith lives 45 miles away. He's 25 years old, and his hobbies include catfishing, cyberbullying, scamming for money, stalking, and occasionally he likes to bake cakes.
And we changed the name of the app from Tinder to Swindler because to swindle somebody means to deceive them, which is the point we're trying to get across. Especially in the bio, we didn't put normal things, with the exception of the last one. We put the dangers and risks of online dating. And the green button here is to represent the person using this app swiping right on a fake profile.
Another flaw in dating apps is catfishing or deception. To explain catfishing, the article Catfishing, Cyberbullying, and Coercion, an exploration of the risks associated with dating app use among rural sexual minority males by Caroline Lochner et al. States, these deceptions are so common in fact that they have given rise to a new term, catfishing, which turns out to be completely different from the identity that they have portrayed. This means that people could be talking to a person they think is attractive and the same age, but in reality it could be a much older and different person than they expected.
Here are lists of the top 5 most dangerous and safest U.S. states, with Alaska being the first, followed by Nevada, California, Florida, and Colorado, and Vermont being the safest, followed by West Virginia, Montana, New Hampshire, and Maine. Paraphrased by the article, The Most Dangerous States for Online Dating by BackgroundChecks.org, these states were all given a danger score, which was determined by romance fraud for 100,000 people in the population. And romance fraud is when a perpetrator deceives a victim and persuades them to send money, financial info, or to launder money. And Alaska is the top of the dangerous list because it has a high romance fraud with an estimated of $1 million robbed of Alaskans due to online dating scams. And this number has probably increased by now since this information is from 2018. On the other hand, Vermont is the safest because there were much less reported cases of romance fraud, and these people reported losses just below $130,000 compared to Alaska's $1 million. And then this is a map of the most dangerous states for online dating. And as you can see, Alaska is number 1, like I just said, and the darker the state is, the more dangerous it is. And obviously the lighter it is, the safer it is. Although dating has become more popular with the use of technology, we have found these apps contain pathways for people to catfish, cyberbully, and mentally abuse other users.
After listening to our speech, we hope you learned that online dating can be dangerous in many ways. and you were persuaded to meet people in person instead of using online dating apps. Thank you for listening to our speech.